The Blessed Teresa of Calcutta Award began in 1983. Formerly known as the Mother Teresa Award, it is conferred to outstanding individuals who have devoted a great portion of their lives in the service of the poorest of the poor in the country. An annual project of the Manila JCs and the Alfonso Yochenko Foundation, the award is in honor of the late Blessed Mother Teresa, who, with her selfless devotion for the poor, has earned her the admiration of the world and the title, the Living Saint. This year's search was launched on March 21, 2006 at the Manila Peninsula. The search committee, headed by Ramiro Villavicencio and co-chaired by Raymond Ordona, took 3 months to complete its work, sifting through nominations from all over the country. And when a shortlist was made, 5 distinguished judges, chaired by His Eminence Gaudencio Cardinal Rosales, carried out the job of choosing the winner. On August 4, 2006, the decision was made. All 5 judges agreed their choice fits the major criteria of the search perfectly: an individual who has chosen to live with and serve the poorest of the poor for at least 25 years. The search committee immediately flew to a mountainside community in Castilla, Zambales to inform the winner of the 2006 Blessed Teresa of Calcutta Award, Dr. Rufino Tima.
I see my work as something that gives meaning to my life as a person, as a mountain tribal Filipino, as a professional. I find life meaningful in doing the work I am doing. And despite the problems that we are facing, I say to myself, after all, you live only one life. And if you live only one life, why don't you make it count, even for the Aitas?
These words best describes my father, Dr. Rufino Tima's work with the Aitas for the past 30 years. From his first encounter with the Aitas of Zambales in 1972, he has almost single-handedly guided this indigenous group of people, considered the first Filipinos, from a life of isolation, neglect, and exploitation, to independence and self-reliance. An indigenous person himself, Dr. Tima is no stranger to the hardship and difficulties of being a katutubo. Born in Pasil, Kalinga, Dr. Tima did not let poverty get in the way of his pursuit for education. He eventually earned an associate degree in agriculture from the Central Luzon State University, a Bachelor of Arts degree from Silliman University, and a Bachelor of Divinity degree from the Union Theological Seminary in Cavite. After finishing his Master of Arts at the University of the Philippines, he pursued his doctorate degree in social anthropology in Tucson, Arizona, as a Rockefeller Foundation Fellow. Then in the mid-70s, with a promising career at the Christian Institute for Ethnic Studies in Asia and a teaching job at the St. Andrews Seminary and Trinity College in Quezon City, Dr. Tima left for the mountains of San Marcelino in Zambales to head the newly established Ecumenical Foundation for Minority Development. For the next 30 years, this became his home, the Aitas, his passion.
My background as a Kalinga is quite similar. My father, he was in G-string. I was in G-string before I went to school. I feel the challenge of really making an impact on the Aitas, because I feel as though I'm working among my people. The work that we are doing here is one that deals with the primary problem of tribal people, mountain people, trying to go at life, in a changed situation. The challenge right now is trying, as it were, to awaken what is latent, what is possible in people.
Within 10 years, the Aita Reservation in San Marcelino, Zambales became a vibrant community. From a scattered cluster of huts along the slopes of Mount Pinatubo, the Aitas were organized into small communities, with Sitio Kakilingan as its main village. a school was constructed that catered to both Aita children and their elders. Headed by my mother, Mrs. Aloma Tima, a teacher by profession, the school and the foundation's scholarship program graduated hundreds of students.
Patuloy niyang naibibigay yung hanggang sa kasalukuyan yung kanyang pagsasakripisyo, pagmamalasakit. Ang emphasis nito ay yung edukasyon.
One foundation scholar even made it as the Philippines Midwife of the Year for 1999. But like all things the Aitas have gone through, this did not come easy.
Noon, nung nag-aaral pa ako, syempre, ay sabi nila, si Ita, si Baluga, ganyan-ganyan. Pero parang nagpatibay pa sa akin ng nagpalakas sa akin yun na hindi porke Ita ako, parang walang alam. Hindi, pinaglaban ko talaga na talagang kayang-kaya ko kahit na Ita ako. Kung ano yung nagagawa nila, nagagawa ko rin. At kung kaya nila, kaya ko rin.
With the help of international donor organizations, Dr. Tima and the foundation sought to prepare the Aitas cope with change, at the same time restoring their dignity and their place in Philippine society.
Kung wala si Sir Tima, yung karapatan namin katulad sa lupang ninuno, na pwede palang angkinin ito, mahalaga sa amin kasi wala na rin kaming ibang inaasahan kundi hindi ito yung lupa. Ito yung buhay ng Aita. Ito yung doon naka-angkla yung doon ugat para continuous yung buhay ng isang Aita. Kasi doon na kami ipinanganak, doon na rin kami nagtanda, doon na rin kami nagkaroon ng pamilya. Kaya yun, mahalaga talaga yung lupa sa amin.
Just as the Aitas were starting to stand on their own feet, Mount Pinatubo, the Aitas' sacred mountain, erupted in 1991. Almost 20 years of hard work and sacrifice was lost in a matter of days. The entire village of Kakilingan and all 8 other smaller Aita villages in the reservation were eventually buried under almost 100 feet of lahar. Last year, for the GMA documentary show Eyewitness, my father and I visited Kakilingan.
The only landmark remaining is the hill behind us, and that was behind the school. So the school is right behind us. Our family house would be on that side, and then this whole area would be yung Aita houses. Those area would be also Aita houses.
Looking back, for 25 years yung pinutap itong project na ito, and then in 5 years talagang obliterated siya, hindi lang nasunog pero talagang obliterated.
Houses, yes, obliterated, but what the people learn, the new values that they have adopted, that will never be obliterated by a volcano.
Undeterred, Dr. Tima and the foundation sought new land for the Aitas. After fighting powerful and influential political families, Kanaynayan resettlement site in Castillao, Zambales was established. With 20 years of experience in Kakilingan, the village of Kanaynayan was established in just 5 years and soon became a model for sustainable resettlement, becoming one of the most successful resettlement sites for victims displaced by Mount Pinatubo. The village has its own elementary school, daycare center, a potable water system, agriculture and livestock program, and a first for the Aitas, their own hospital.